Welcome to the Seahawkers podcast from the Podium post-game edition. I'm your host, Brandon Schultz, and today we are looking at the Cardinals game against the Seahawks. The Seahawks get the win 31-21 over the Arizona Cardinals. Seattle moves to 6-3 on the season, leading the NFC West. And when we listened in to the players from the press conferences after the game, they were brief, following their fourth consecutive win. And so that means we're going to be brief too, starting with Geno Smith, who talked about responding positively following his pick six.
Well, it's similar to when you throw a touchdown. You always got to get to the next play. You never worried about, what happened previously. Obviously, those are things that we don't want to happen. And hats off to, number 25. He made a great play. He was he's their Mike backer. He's playing DN right there. Made the right read, throwing it to the right guy. He jumps up, tips the pass to himself, takes it back. The NFL is full of guys like that who just make tremendous plays. And sometimes things are going to happen that, the ball's not going to bounce your way. A couple times it did bounce my way. And, it's how you respond. I think we responded great as a team, going, 3 straight drives, finishing with touchdowns, long drives, tough drives. Everyone in the stadium knew the magnitude of those drives. And for us to, go down there and get scores and get touchdowns, I think it's showing you what type of team we are and what type of team we can be.
DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett took to the podium together without Geno this week, but together as a wide receiver tandem. And DK was asked about getting his feet down in the end zone for his touchdown. But before we hear from DK, let's start with the touchdown call by Steve Rabel on the Seahawks radio network.
3rd down and goal. Here comes the blitz. Geno stands strong, throws to the end zone. It is caught. Is he in? Is he in? I'm waiting. Yes! Touchdown, Seahawks! It took a while for the official even to figure it out. DK Metcalf in the back corner of the end zone taps those toes. Geno with a rifle shot to the back of the end zone. And the Seahawks go back on top in this one, 9-7. What a nice throw.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew I scored. I learned from my Mr. Toe Tap himself right here, so I was just trying to get like him.
I ain't scored last week on my toe tap.
Safety Ryan Neal, solid once again on defense, and he came up with a key forced fumble on Kyler Murray to close out the first half.
4th down and 4. Arizona's going to go for it. Murray takes the shotgun snap, stops, looks, sets up, scrambles. There he goes, straight upfield. He fumbles the football, it comes out, and the Seahawks, I believe, dive on it down near the 20-yard line. The Seahawks come away with it. Josh Jones is the one who recovered as Murray scrambled straight upfield, coughs the ball up, and the Seahawks stop that drive.
It wasn't nothing but just, sitting in the curl and then seeing that he was kind of wrapped up, and I started to see he was, breaking the pocket. So it was just nothing but a strain and effort play. Just get to the ball and just really mindset was just get him down. But, just coming through and just, giving it my best effort and just straining, and just throwing my arms out there. Went ahead, hit the back of the ball, and he, let it go. He's always known for, kind of carrying it loose. So, and Kobe did the same thing the first time we played him. But it was just nothing but a strain and effort play. Nothing too huge, but it turned out to be a huge thing. That's what happens when, good things happen when you run. So got to keep it running.
Moving on, let's hear from head coach Pete Carroll and his reflections from this game against the Cardinals.
And we played good football today. And I'm really pleased to see that come back again. We've gone for a month now and been able to find our game last couple of weeks playing really good ball in general. And it's so pleasing that we arrived here, because what happened today is we saw us respond to, we turned the ball over, they scored a touchdown, and then our guys just went for it. And then we finished the game the way we dream of finishing it, running the football and taking care of the ball and not letting them have it, getting after the quarterback, all that stuff that took place in the fourth quarter there. So I really cherished the finish that we put together. We had 3 drives, there's 13 for 75, 13 for 80 something, and then the last one, I don't know, 80, whatever that one was 85 or something. Yeah, so that's just, you got to be doing it right, and we have to give credit to the guys up front. They did a great job again, and they really came through run and pass, protecting the quarterback, all of the different actions that we did, but then the running game too was really something. So Geno had another huge game for us, and he just did all of his numbers again. He did it all again, and some marvelous 3rd down work. Tyler was phenomenal on third down today and coming through. But Geno had to deliver the ball to him. We had to protect it also. So there's just so many cool things. K9 did a great job running the ball. He's really hard to get down. You can see there's always another couple of twists and turns in there, and he's just liable to break at any time. Really, really excited to watch him play. Defense continues to do it. We continue to play good football. We gave them a score in the first drive. Okay, then we give them a score and they have one late. It's a fantastic job by the guys on D. The sacking again, rushing the passer, the coverage stuff. I don't know. I think they threw for 160 or something like that today. I don't know what it was, but it was somewhere in there. So fine job all the way around.
Then on Monday, Pete Carroll was back on the podium, and we got to hear some injury updates.
Gillespie got whacked. He's going to have to get his knee fixed, and I was just with him in the training room, and it's going to be a long haul. But he had some pretty good news. It wasn't as bad as they had thought initially. So, but he'll make his comeback. We made it out pretty good. We need to see Joey Blunt come back. He should be able to make it back with the quadricep that he had happened in practice. And Marquise Goodwin is the guy we're looking to see if he can get back this week. Daryl Taylor, we'll see if those guys can return. I don't know yet, and what's going to happen. But those guys all are have their sights set on playing, and so we'll see how that goes.
Looking ahead to Sunday's game in Deutschland, here's what Pete had to say about the matchup with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, it's just long-standing respect, first off, and he's a great player, one of the greatest. He is the greatest of all time. And so we get to go against them, and we'll go take our shot and see if we can knock them down. They got experience. They're tough, really physical defensively. Everybody's got issues. We all got issues and all that, but they have the makeup and the coaching to overcome anything. So had a great win yesterday, and I know that's really exciting for them in propelling them into this game.
Carroll said he's excited to be taking part in the first ever game in Germany.
Sure, yeah, and the fact, and again, I'll throw this number around. Somebody said that there's been 3 million requests for tickets, and which this is a staggering number of requests, and I can't imagine it. But they're excited about it. They're really pumped up about it, and so we're going to go try to put on a show and make them see our football and experience it in a way that they never have before. So it's an honor to do that, and we'll respect the heck out of every aspect of this.
He does know, though, from traveling to England here recently, that the trip will present a unique challenge.
The challenge is one that both teams have. It's going into the newness, and they adapt them on the road and all that. So I don't think it's that big a deal. I really don't. And we've got a big travel thing to endure, but so do they. So it's a bit of a competition in that regard, that put all of the elements that it takes to get this whole thing on the move and transfer us to a new country and all that and figure it out. But we have such a great group around us and people that can function so well together, and they're so well organized that it's not going to be a big deal. I mean, we're just going to go play another away game.
Some statistical leaders from Sunday's game against the Arizona Cardinals. We have Geno Smith, who completed 26 passes of 34 attempts, 275 yards. He had 2 touchdown passes and the 1 interception. Ken Walker III, 26 carries, 109 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We're going to need another performance from him coming up again here against the Bucs. Noah Fant, a nice receiving game for him, probably one of his best in his Seahawks uniform. 5 receptions, 96 yards. Tyler Lockett also with 5 receptions, 67 yards, and a touchdown. Tackling machine Jordan Brooks on the day, 12 tackles. Uchenna Nwosu had 4 tackles, 2 of which were sacks, and Bruce Irvin and Shelby Harris, they each had 1 sack on the day. That's going to do it for the show. Thanks to Wilson Kahn for helping to produce this episode. Follow him out on Twitter at Wilson_Kahn, C-O-N-N. You can follow me out on Twitter at SeahawkersPod. Look for a new episode of the Seahawkers podcast coming up next. A lot of new members of the flock who went to getintheflock.com. So we're going to be shouting you out on this upcoming show with Adam and me. Look forward to recapping this game with Adam and then looking ahead to Tampa Bay. So until then, go Hawks.